Hi everyone and welcome to Magic for the week. And for this week in Magic, I decided to stay away from Callous Royale. I don't talk about archetype decks, don't talk about standard at all. I don't talk about any of it. I talk about the cards that come out, I talk about the lore, I talk about all those fun things. And with Revolts, I believe, Aether Revolts on the horizon, there's not much we know about. We know Tezzeret is going to be a villain in there. It's actually been revealed that Shahili Rai might get a different form. So we know very little about it, not much to talk about. So what I thought I'd actually do is look ahead to the future, if you will. We're going to go all the way to Amonkhet for today. And I might actually do a couple of these Amonkhet videos for the time being. And with Amonkhet, well, today we're actually going to be talking about... there goes Domino chasing stuff. We're going to be talking about what creature types we could actually see in Amonkhet. Because it's a plane based off Egyptian lore. Bolas controls it. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So right off the bat, let's start with what creature types I don't think are going to show up on Amonkhet. I do not see elves. Elves just don't fit with the desert plane, and we had elves in this set, so we can afford to not have elves in the next set. Goblins I also don't see. Goblins just don't seem to fit in a desert world to me. At most they fit maybe like in the mountains or the jungle. But like a desert-esque oasis for red creatures, I can think of other things. I mean, imps maybe. But goblins I can see goblins over elves, that's definitely certain. But I don't see goblins overall. And then merfolk. Merfolk is a tricky one because this would be 3 sets in a row that are, 3 blocks in a row that we have not had merfolk. At the same time, however, I mean, when you look at, what was it? Zendikar, we had first Zendikar, but then Innistrad or Smearden we didn't have merfolk, and Innistrad we didn't have merfolk, and those are 6 blocks. So I guess in theory you could do it. Yeah, I don't actually, now thinking about it, I don't see the problem with not having merfolk one extra set. But yeah, merfolk's another one just because they are water dwellers and being not don't get me wrong, there's going to be water in this world despite being a desert. There's going to be probably oases being based off Egypt. There's going to be something that represents the Nile, so. There's going to be some form of water and things along those lines, but we're not going to see water-based culture. At least I don't think we are. And if we do, it's not going to be merfolk, so we're not going to see them. But what are we going to see? Well, humans are obvious. That's an obvious one we're going to see. They're on every single plane in existence. In fact, let me think real quick. Can I recall? A plane that doesn't have humans on it. Innistrad, nope. Ravnica, nope. Alara, nope. Zendikar, no. And I mean, nope as in no, they did not have them. They didn't not have them, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Zendikar, nope. All planes have humans pretty much. Gods are another one that's going to be, because they've previously said to trial of the gods. There's going to be the god creature type in this. How they're handled differently on Amonkhet than they are in Theros, that's going to be interesting to see. But then we get into the actual other ones. Now, zombies, with Egyptian culture, we don't have zombies in that set, but we have mummies, things along those lines. We're going to have the undead back. In fact, they've even said that Vengeful Pharaoh was kind of a hint towards Amonkhet a little bit, and it's a zombie type. We're not going to get the mummy, we're going to get just zombies, they said. Vampires, though. Vampires is an interesting one. I think we can get vampires in this plane. I just think it's going to be, again, a slightly different variant of what we've seen for vampires. Because, I mean, vampires on, like, Ravnica do not look the same as, say, but they actually look generally human. They don't look pale skinned that much or anything like that. Vampires on, like, Grixis, and there are a few vampires on Alara. They look a bit different. Vampires on Zendikar look very different than, say, vampires on Ravnica or something else. I'm going to have to check something in a little bit. Vampires on, but yeah, vampires on Innistrad, and actually Innistrad and Zendikar vampires do look similar to each other. But after that, then you vampires on and then vampires on Tarkir do not look anything like vampires on other planes. They look straight out of the strain. But honestly, besides that, actually, we haven't had a lot of planes with vampires now that I think about it. When you look at the overall arcing nature of planes, and especially in recent day sets, like Battle for Zendikar obviously had vampires, Innistrad obviously had vampires. Then you scale backwards, Zendikar had like, Tarkir had like a couple vampires. Theros didn't have any as far as I can remember. Ravnica did, Innistrad did. Okay, no, I can take that back. There were vampires, yeah. But, hey, yo, pop. But anyway, vampires I think is actually a possibility now I bring it up. Elementals are, things like elementals are probably going to happen. We'll probably see like pyramid elemental. That'd be actually pretty cool. Or pyramid artifact creature, something like that. Or pyramids will be an artifact thing. We're talking about creatures. Constructs is probably going to be another one that will show up in some way, shape, or form. Demons. We know demons are on the plane because one of the demons Ileana made a deal with is on the plane. So we know for a fact demons will show up. Dragons. Usually every block has 1 or 2 dragons, depending on the nature of the set. And it's just because dragons are a very popular creature type, so they try to, adapt them for said plane. I mean, Innistrad's Gothic Horror, yet we still got 3 dragons in the original Innistrad block, and then 2 dragons. I think 2 dragons. I know we got 1 dragon in the Shadows over Innistrad block at least. So, which again, why wasn't an Eldrazi dragon? You had the perfect opportunity to make a balls-out creature type Eldrazi dragon, and you wasted it. Anyway, that's just a little personal peeve of mine with that. I'm just you baby. Oh, here's Domino. Hi, Domino. You're on TV. No, you're not. You're on the internet. Love you. Anyway, go girl. Augur. Anyway. Yeah, dragons will show up. Plus, Volos is the guy who runs the plane, so he is a dragon. So in theory, he's already your dragon's going to show up on the plane. But I'm certain there's actually dragons that exist on the plane. Hell, wouldn't it be cool to see like dragons with like pharaoh designs, like pharaoh headpieces on their bodies? That'd be pretty cool. Cats are a thing. Cats are worshipped in Egypt. They are going to show up. And I would not be surprised if we see the cat people, Leonine, Ajani's species show back up because again, cats are worshipped in ancient Egyptian lore. So it would actually make sense that if you're going to have a creature type show up that is a humanoid but not human, that would actually make sense. Same with the Einok, actually. Maybe they might not be called Einok on this plane, but I could definitely see Einok showing up in here again. Jackals, Anubis, things along those lines. And speaking of which, for dog types, species of dogs are another one that I can see showing up because dogs are, again, worshipped in many cultures, and Egyptian lore is one of them. And Jackal particularly would be the name of the card. I don't think that'd be the type. I think it would just be a dog, but its actual name would be Jackal. Same with cats. Cats would either that or be Leon. Even Leons are cat people. They're not. Oh, you go, girl. Oh, you go, girl. Rubbing her belly. Rubbing your belly. Yeah, even Leons are still cat. They're not actual Leon as their type. Then we move on to a couple that I find very interesting to talk about. Not couple. Well, spirits I don't find interesting. I think spirits will be back too. If you notice, there's no spirits on Kaladesh. It's a very bright plane, very full of life. Whereas the desert plane of Amonkhet's probably going to be about survival and stuff, and the dead coming back. I can also see Unearthed being a returning mechanic, but spirits will probably return. I have no real heavy doubt on that. But then moving on to a couple that I find really interesting to talk about is that, and they're all the reptilian ones, not lizards, even though I think we'll probably see a lizard or two. But first off, snakes. Snakes have a big role in Egyptian history. I mean, an asp is what's said to have killed Cleopatra. Look at Raiders of the Lost Ark. It was the snake pit that surrounded the Ark. Snakes are shown in mythology. Snakes, I am dying for like a legendary blue-green winged snake creature. But I don't think we're going to see that in this set. We'd have to wait for like a Mesoamerican type set, Aztecs and stuff to see that. And I would be so like, yes! My snake deck would just jizz. It's like, oh god, why is my deck so sticky all of a sudden? What did you do, man? Car jizz all over the place. But no, I can definitely see us seeing like something labeled an asp, something dangerous, possibly like a rare snake that's indicative of that culture, indicative of the stories that came from Egypt, indicative of the mythology. But also another thing, crocodiles, because crocodiles are a big thing in Egypt. They lived right on the Nile. They were right there. They were worshipped. I mean, Sobek, the god of I think harvests and growth and agriculture, is a crocodile-headed god. So I wouldn't mind seeing a rare crocodile either, or at least an uncommon snake and crocodile. We get those all the time. I want to see rares of these creature types. Those would be cool, and they would probably both be green. Well, the snake might be green, blue, or green. And she's adorable right now. She's been going in and out all day, so. Now I'm just gonna I'm gonna pet you, and you're gonna be all like, "Cute, you're petting me. Ooh, that feels nice. Doesn't that feel nice? Oh, that feels nice. Oh, don't you get horny? No bites. No bites, Domino. No bite. Just enjoy me petting you. Just enjoy me petting you and saving you from this evil tick. Sorry, tick. Yep. Goodbye, Mr. Tick. Yeah. Downside of letting her run around in our tree grove. We got a big tree grove outside our house. Gotta make sure she doesn't get a tick on her now. Yep. But I'm here to save you from the evil ticks. Good girl. No bites. No bites. Gentle. Anyway. So, crocodiles are another one that I'm like, I want to see a rare crocodile. What was the last rare crocodile we had? What, Emperor Croc or something like that? I think it was called Emperor Crocodile, which was like a land sacrificer. Not really all that great. I mean, maybe that word printed. I would not want, unless the theme of this set is going to be like land destruction or land focus. In a way, I'm not going to be really all hyped for a land destruction crocodile. But yeah, I would like to see a rare snake and crocodile come out of this. And last but not least, serpents. Now. Slash Leviathans. Now, I bring this one up not because, in the general sense of the word, I don't see like many actual serpents, or probably not really any big Leviathans showing up on unless there's an actual ocean, or the Nile representative for this world is so big that it can act like an ocean. Like it splits the plane in two, the river. So like think of it like a giant sphere, and it's just like this giant world river that just wraps around the world. I could actually see that. That'd actually be a cool. That'd be a cool idea actually. But no, what I'm talking about is because in Egyptian lore, for those of you who know your lore, and I don't remember the actual names of them. In fact, let me actually, seeing as I got internet access from this distance. Ra, God of the Sun. Ra. Sun God. Anyway, let's see, God of the Sun. Now, basically, what I'm looking up right here is, there we go, Ra. Because Ra is tied to the world serpent, I believe it's called. Not sure if it's completely certain it's a world serpent, but let's see now. Just like Egyptian, Amonkhet, Amon-Ra, Falcon, Ra. Let's not Ra in the underworld. Okay. There was it. Apophis. So, the god of chaos is an enormous serpent who attempted to stop the sunboat journey every night by consuming it or stopping. So basically, he tries to consume the sun, basically, and tries to consume the Nile itself. Apophis. We're going to a plane called Egypt. We're going to have gods involved in this. Bolos is involved. I have to assume we're going to see some sort of interpretation of Apophis. And it would have to be a legendary serpent. A legendary serpent or Leviathan. It would have to be that. And... Go girl. The question would actually become, what are its colors? It's going to be a huge creature with like giant... It's going to be a mythic creature with just a off effect. Or effects. But what would its colors be? Because it's the serpent of god of chaos. and it is actually a god too, so maybe we'll actually see other gods. Maybe it'll show up in the second set. That could make sense, where you get the 5 main, kind of like they did in Theros, 5 main gods in the first set, and like a couple lesser minor gods, well, not minor, but different type of gods in the second one. But with Apophis, I would assume he's a black. It would probably be like a black, red, maybe a blue, like a Grixis colored serpent. Or Leviathan, I could see that. That would make sense, because serpents are almost always, like, the serpent creature type. Not snakes, necessarily, but serpents are almost always blue. I can't recall many that have not been blue. I'd have to look that up, and I'm not going to be looking that up right on the spot here. But yeah, as well as other like Camel will probably return, because we saw Camel return. This Hyena might return again, because we saw Hyena return in Kaladesh. Lion, possibly. Well, Lion's not a creature type, but you know what I'm talking about. Probably like some sort of form of, horse or cattle or beast. We'll see beasts, and so we'll see some of like the very basic stuff return. Birds will return, like eagles, vultures, all that stuff. But yeah, those are like the main stuff that I think is going to show up and not show up in the set. We may also get like a unique creature type once again, because every plane seems to have its own unique creature type. Mostly. Like, Innistrad doesn't actually have, as far as I can tell, have any real unique creature types. It's just the Gothic Horde. Well, no, it has werewolf. It does have werewolf. That's true. And most other planes don't have werewolves. Not including Dominaria or Dominaria, where it originally kind of started off from. But even that doesn't really have werewolves. But no, yeah. Every plane does have a couple of unique creature types to itself. So, I don't know. We might see something here. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Be back in a little bit with who would, not who would win. That was yesterday. Star Wars video for the week. So.